What can I do for you?
Trinicular. Arriving.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon.
Can't tell the difference.
Ah, wonderful. More of you.
Welcome to The Brig by Corporate Compliance. Please do not taunt the prisoners. Thank you. I know what I said, and I meant what I said. Visitors to the Brig are we hope you've...
As an early adopter at Auntie's Choice, we understand that the marketplace...
Come to jeer at a fallen old rival like all the rest. Swear I heard from everybody else in this rickety tub. So far, I am decidedly unimpressed. Been some sorely lackluster heckling from your colleagues. Clever as barbs weren't clever enough by half. Not expecting much, but go ahead. Try your worst. Let's hear it.
As your peerless leader, known for
That was almost all right. Got anything else?
to peer above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy dating a rousing sporting match as much as all of you.
And proud of it, too. Why waste bits on something of higher quality? And pricier? You are clear on the concept here, right? You're meant to Anyhow, you done yet? Or you got more?
Certainly a more profitable program than the Protectorate's watered-down rip-off.
Really? Name me another team above... Sure, the other teams exceed in body goals, foot goals. Overall, I must say I am patently unimpressed by the quality of your jeering. Wait, you didn't come here for the express purpose of ridicule and castigation? Huh. Well, suppose that's for the best, since you... So, all right, I give up. What do you want?
A blood sport without blood sounds like red ink.
Frankly, that any of these rung leeches have a thought. Look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Because otherwise, appreciate the directness. A simple transaction. None of this self-determined. Name's Himanshu Tegulapalli, regional brand manager for Tau Ceti, Spacer's Choice. Auntie has it in for all of us former reps. Been humiliating Spacer's Choice every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man? Dressed up like a baby? You bet. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say. The PA system controls are in the back room at client intake. The audio cartridge is in an evidence locker in the room behind that desk. Bet if you just ask the guard over there nicely for access. Gee, wonderful. That broadcast... Though I should mention, while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products what might improve your odor, looks, and breath. Sorry. Couldn't help myself.
Anti-Cleos was specifically founded to fight what nature inflicts, to offer higher quality pharmaceuticals designed to be better than nature, because nature wants to kill you. Since then, our company has grown, evolved, consumed the first of many rivals. But that original goal remains one of our goals. Yes,
to the... What is it? Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it. And/or ask me in a remarkably debonair fashion. We hope you've deeply...
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to... What is it? Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it. And/or ask me in a remarkably debonair fashion. All right. I see that door behind. Pleasure doing...
What? You forget what you needed to get going.
And short on ideas.
Then you agonize anxiety. Your new role as a specialist will be far less stressful. Breathe easy. Devotion's reward. Until everybody do your jobs and there won't
Can't tell the difference between cover and concealment.
Any moment now. Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship it, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions. As consumers.
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate blundership. This is ill-conceived, off-brand take on an oligarch of baseless choice and the other corporations, but none of us have ever put big ideas in people's heads. Yes, our workers were beaten down by a rigged system and lack of mobility, but no hope is better than false hope. Right? I swear, everybody in this company thinks they're going to be somebody someday. It ain't gonna happen. Auntie Cleo's marketing you a bunch of wishful thinking.
Corporation. Spacer's Choice, swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Anti-Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored dodgeball team, the Anti-Cleo's darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers Chosen.
I'm Jean Turfer Tyler, sixth base person for the Anti-Cleo's Darlings. I cleaved Spacers Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning. Sunday goal.
Trinicular. Arriving.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and
Unparalleled business acumen. I might appear.
Nice work. A sterling performance by both of us. I've been waiting. You've heard about the Spacer's Choice and Anti-Cleo merger, I'm sure. Anti was attempting a hostile takeover, but we outplayed her, voted her and her execs out. And we shipped Anti, and after Earth went dark, Anti was technically the senior ranking executive, but everything she's been doing since has been quasi-legal at best, including her being CEO of Anti's Choice. With Earth being dark, no one has proof to call her on it.
Tuesday and Thursday zones? Why even have the T zones then? Oh, and sports.
This little ruse of hers will collapse and she'll be exposed for If I were Anti, and thankfully I'm not, I'd say she's betting if she takes over Arcadia, she can prevent all that from happening. Success here leading to success there and such. What I had to say was more important. The rest is going to come out eventually anyway. After that, we can all... No, thanks. One space...
Trinicular. Arriving.
Mister, any bits to spare?
Any update on the man in the Moon Man mask? Heard the announcement. Wait! What?
What? But Auntie said the last message that arrived from Earth was the...
Wait. This is bad. Knowing this is not good. This sort of dirt gets a person killed.
What? What does...
Says here, unfinished business leaves one undone. Trim loose ends before everything comes unraveled. Well, that sounds rather dire, you know, contextually. Yeah, right. Pay you and you'll go sell the secret to someone else. And someone upstairs will, guess the executive decision's getting executed then. Attack!
All charged up.
moment of your time, Commander. Remember that matter on Cloister I mentioned earlier? Might be hard to believe, but 20 or so odd years ago, I made a mistake. Feels like high time I righted it. That's where the error occurred, I believe. Others, for many years now, a former colleague of mine's been in a remote spot called Reasons Pass, on account of my decision. Hardly. Quite the opposite. Her research was unconventional, surely. She was as well. I think with both, we could right things, get the Order back on its intended path. Do appreciate...
The central tower of the Archive. Too marvelous a piece of engineering to be in the hands of heretics, you ask me.
This weather is quite conducive for cooling the Archive, and unconducive for me feeling my fingers.
Temporary indignities of the body are nothing contrasted to the Order's future. Keep those eyes open, soldiers! Corneal frostbite be damned! Hold. We're presently observing a ceasefire with Auntie's choice, but its duration may be subject to sudden reversal. Would hate for you to get caught in any crossfire, gathering data on the enemy's movements and behavior. Blizzards raise the degree of difficulty, but that's our problem, not yours. Cloister has been a difficult front, and losing the Archive, first to the invaders and now to the Protectorate, has made it even more painful. If you're looking for a way to help us out, I recommend heading to Laplace's garden. Follow this path and you can't miss it. Only the finest place on this ice ball. Words aren't... Avalanche collapsed part of the tunnel to the garden, so the safest path is along the cliffside here. Mind your step.
But going any faster...
Oh, hello. Caught you take your office.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
Have you at least determined the
Inconclusive at present. Potential causes for weakness still happen. Border fire, a crash ship, perhaps even a small rip developing near the peak.
architect preserve?
What could possibly be keeping the repair personnel so long? Oh, greetings. By any chance, did you happen to encounter the repair personnel I dispatched to Resistor Bank 2? Our new JTY-1030 resistor banks are built with enough durability to suffer through a tremendous amount of misuse. But the brutish handling by the Protectorate is too much. The misuse is causing moisture uptake, which causes the resistors to give off more heat. In the snow, that means more moisture, which means even more heat. I'm sure you can observe that the problem is cyclical in nature. I don't suppose you'd be willing to aid me in fixing this? Ursopods, Protectorate forces, rogue scrappers, blizzards, mantisaurs, maybe even Auntie's Choice forces. It's down in the valley just southwest of the archive. The heat has liquefied all the snow off the glass surface. It is an easy location to observe. In the short term, it's wreaking havoc with the long term. The archive would suffer I loathe that, for now, our actions may aid the this is most appreciated. Unfortunately, I'll mark the coordinates of the resistor bank on your map, but if you find him, you find the kit. I hope.
I suppose I could spare 0.004% of my daily cycle to say hello.
Try not to deviate from the norm. Heard that rift near the... Halt! The Oracle Laureate sent ahead to expect someone matching your description. Cultist. Agitators are not permitted inside Laplace's garden. Your companion will...
How'd you like to find your insides waiting outside?
I find that an improbable outcome were we to engage in violent conflict. Laureate Beckett did impress the importance of not delaying you. Very well, head on in. But behave...
Agent, I have a message for you. Oh, I was not expecting you to be in the company of a cultist.
A cultist and her extremely sharp knife. Shall I introduce you?
No, that won't be necessary. On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop Ruth Bassar, welcome to Laplace's garden. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right. Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you. The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology all fall under her purview. Oh, no, not at all. The presiding... Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the Chamber of Lake. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing a... Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. All conflict is transient in nature. To dwell on the negative, those in the garden have enough perspective to remain present and to focus on what matters. Science and progress. And you, but now, I fear I have kept you. May all your
This place smells like... science. Or maybe that's math.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. People will start to worry.
Do you have an inquiry about our order you're bursting to ask? Drop us a message at your...
Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today? Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22.9% more scientific breakthroughs in a given quarter. Interested?
spread, illnesses, and eventual control of the purple berry parasite. OA Archive transcription number 3918.4 begins here. Hello. For the record, my name is Marie de Rothschild, Junior Archivist, Class 4 of the Archive. Today I would like to talk about irresponsible spread of the purple berry parasite by Auntie's Choice and its numerous subsidiaries and former supernumerary, although that's a different lecture. The spread of this parasite included a corresponding rise in gastrointestinal illnesses and deaths until basic preventative measures were put in place after illness-related costs exceeded corporate profits. The purple-berry parasite infects nearly 100% of all purple-berry bushes, both in the wild, on corporate farms, and even in our hydroponic collectives. Originally discovered on a single colony world, the purple-berry plant was subsequently spread throughout the colonies due to Auntie's Choice's poorly regulated actually, it produced Spacer's Choice, which somehow merged with another company to become Auntie's Choice. Honestly, these corporate interactions make little sense to me, as they mostly amount to relabeling assets and changing letterhead and mascot cartoons. So I will just refer to them as Auntie's Choice going forward. Though that may offend some of my more colleagues. I digress. The purple-berry plant was at first thought to be poisonous, as the early colonists eating its berries died from the most potent of discharges this document has ever witnessed in a rare Auntie's Choice lab recording in our archive, which we acquired from a corporate defector to the Protectorate before our stellar system was sealed and the Order ceased daily interactions with our Protectorate allies. But again, I digress. Belated testing by Auntie's Choice's unlettered scientists showed that the berries were not poisonous at all. Instead, they were infected with a microscopic parasite, purple-berry parasite, or PBP, as it is colloquially called in Auntie's Choice's records. More specifically, the PBP eggs are found in every berry of an infected plant, where these eggs have been subdermally injected by the second stage of the parasite. But I am getting ahead of myself. Let's examine the PBP life cycle in detail. After an infected berry is eaten by a host, the microscopic eggs inside the berries are exposed to the host's digestive enzymes, which trigger their hatching. These parasites enter their second stage as spiky, worm-like creatures with outsized, pincer-like mandibles, which then proceed to feed on the host directly, ingesting tissue and blood along the entire intestinal tract. These worms are eventually expelled when they reach a size of approximately 2 centimeters in length, and they then seek out nearby purple-berry plants to lay their eggs in the right position. And I said are well fertilized in this entire process. Also, as the expelled contents contain undigested purple-berry seeds, the distribution of the plants is increased, helping infected purple-berry plants to spread farther and grow better than uninfected ones. Perhaps unsurprisingly, careless Auntie's Choice scientists mislabeled this case of obvious symbiosis, given how both the purple-berry plant and its parasite are benefited by the relationship as a parasitical relationship. Given that initial classification error, it's a wonder the Auntie's Choice scientists managed to ascertain any subsequent safeguards at all. After some additional casualties, plodding Auntie's Choice field researchers discovered that co-native planetary fauna was well adapted to the parasite and hardly affected.
Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional?
That the eventual correspondingly large immune response leads to violently explosive diarrhea, resulting in the expelling
But if you had to prioritize one area over the other?
of the person's gastrointestinal tract. Human casualty rates were close to 100%, even when
Expand on that for me.
by Auntie's Choice doctors, who were more concerned with upselling unnecessary procedures or prescribing expensive ointments such as their antibiotics.
You will not remain trapped in a state of ignorance for long. All the answers you seek will be revealed in time through hard work and dedication.
However, given the purple berry's non-zero nutritional
Good. Never forget that you are a valuable factor in the universal equation and necessary to advancing the plan. Now then, a brief conversation is customary following the initial service. I haven't seen you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered.
edible portion of the purple berries, so these methods were deemed non-cost-effective and rejected out of hand. Eventually, the answer was found not in a lab.
Come now, don't tell me you haven't noticed our particular strain of hospitality here in the garden. I can only imagine how odd such an abundance of tranquility and friendliness must seem when contrasted, especially in the middle of a war, and so near active fighting. Almost
You know, you do a passable impression of a scientician. Did you grow up near one of our settlements? Have a few years of order training?
I'm quite sure I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I understand you may technically count as a member, but there's a perfunctory element to your articulation. You don't believe in the plan, and you're clearly up to something. She sized you up almost immediately, Commander. Been softly probing you for information. I clocked her the first moment she opened her mouth.
A method that was judged too wasteful and expensive, since they increased the protein content of the berry.
Excellent question. I've been wondering the same thing. Well, do I have to shoot up the place? Or will you come clean immediately? Who do you work for, little mole?
By the architect, keep your voice down, please. Even if what you say is true, this isn't a conversation best had amidst present company. Let's talk somewhere more private. Behind the calf integration point, perhaps?
Mindless Auntie's Choice consumers especially purchase a large variety of purple berry-themed foods and beverages, all of them mislabeled parasite-free. The label should read live parasite-free. But in any case, Auntie's Choice must demonstrate their contempt.
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous. Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply. I'm limiting my water intake and using other pharmaceuticals to combat the effects. It's not a perfect system, but it works adequately enough. Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder. Moderate your volume, please. No one here. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the... Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance. I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested? So you've heard of us. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor. All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood? Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, and I'd like to offload some of the...
What a lamentable state of affairs. I remember the days when Laplace's... Now look at it. The fountain in disrepair, pedagogy in the park, even the lights above our heads have winked out like stars taken down from the sky. Nevertheless, one must persist. The plan is... Oh, I couldn't say. This isn't my college, as it were. I'm a vicar. I tend to people's philosophical needs and leave the management of the garden to others.
Available for review in this episode's transcripts, footnotes, in case it escaped your attention. Homo sapiens should ostensibly stand no chance.
Hello. Welcome to Kef Integration Point. She's a real top-of-class type. Smart, but also patient. I struggle sometimes with my advanced courses, but Persephone's been tutoring me after... I'm just glad she doesn't mind teaching. Anyway, I'd hate to waste any more of your free study period with my idol. Apologies. As a but my colleague, Persephone, Miss Doyle. Is this another census? Or I could spend all day expositing on the benefits of the garden, but I think you'll experience... Certainly. Here you are. Please imbibe responsibly.
82% of the danger posed by hypercharged
On a scale of 1 to 100, how pleased are you with the garden in its current state? Please, try to capture your exact satisfaction to the nearest 10th integer.
100? Certainly. That's the right answer, isn't it? I can show my math if you need. I'd really love to stay.
Determining the remainder of your stay in Laplace's garden is not the purpose of this survey, but your unprompted insecurity has been noted. Have an intellectually stimulating day.
I have nothing to say. Unless you want to discuss the inverse of the Planck function. In which case, I'll talk your ear off.
Addendum. Peer review of this episode. 5 more miles of wire instead of 570.
Smart researchers patronize the Scientician surplus. Quality goods at algorithmically determined prices.
Additional erudite entertainment is forthwith. And now a song.
Welcome to the Scientician Surplus. I am the Scientician in question. Any inquiries about the stock may be directed to me. Either you intend to buy or you intend to go without. It would be unethical for me to interfere with your decision. It's there in the name. Surplus. Of course you would.
safe. I observed that.
A method using reverse osmosis to extract the flavor essence from craddled meat. This extract goes into our tea, while the flavorless sediment is used to increase the protein content of our other fine products, such as our Axiom denatured protein slabs. Let's see Auntie's choice.
You are here for a reason?
Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows.
Every day treating the same strains and abrasions. My tenure. The operating theater is not conducting viewing dissection. That is not an invitation to return to your study and perform exploratory surgery on yourself or a willing volunteer. Just to be not as concerning as some of the scenes I have been called to in the middle of the night, but I trust you are here for a reason other than to discuss scalpel-happy novices. Obviously. Do you think we drink unfiltered snow melt? Is there anything else I can assist you with? That is best answered through observation.
Strange to see all this vacant space after the overcrowding at Matriarch's Mercy. Plenty of room for refugees here. If only the Order administrants got their act together.
How did your hypothesis about the flowers fare?
Exposing them to melodic sound waves on a consistent basis did affect improvements on their overall growth.
And you controlled for the amount of carbon dioxide expelled from your mouth during these musical sequences?
More testing may be
A second makeup exam will not be offered, so I hope you studied this time. Briar. You may begin now.
Right. No pressure. Shh. If I'm caught talking during this makeup exam, what does it matter? Can't mark the occipital from the parietal with the... And is there something wrong with the air recyclers? It's getting hard to breathe. Oh, can't believe my future in the Order will be decided by an understanding of the vaporescent properties of trinitrotoluenes. I don't even like bitrotoluenes. My vision's gone a bit fuzzy, but the exam's right here on the monitor. Have a look. I'm sure I'd recover my wits enough to tackle the rest of the test if you can just help me make sense of the first question.
You okay? Seem off by a few decimal points.
Sake, is it the pump or the sealant? Industrial science is mostly theory, they said. You won't have to put your knowledge into practice for years. Now the fountain's broken and I can't. Useless. I'm useless. Am I fretting? No. Well, there was Roberto. But then he was assigned to the delegate. We had an avalanche recently, not far from the dome. One of these fountains stopped working. I recently placed into the industrial sciences, so I've been entrusted to fix the issue. But I've never... You must be an agent of the architect.
If you need to discharge any sputum, I ask you kindly aim such accretions, just passing time by calculating sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today. None taken. But now I've forgotten to introduce myself properly, haven't I? Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently. Forgive me if I don't shake hands. I prefer to keep my skin microbiome. But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew loitering at this location would yield results. I don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance? Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of it. All confidential, I'm afraid. Many are still under... Oh, no. I couldn't possibly ask you to endanger yourself. However, if you... By my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected, I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. Don't we all? Nothing beyond what I already included in my 165-page summary of the incident. Of course I do. That is, Landon Wiley was afflicted by... Were his methods wrong? Unequivocally. Should he have come to me with his concerns? Undeniably. But was his conclusion...
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Aren't you the eccentric sort?
You have no verifiable right to be here.
I hope you have good news for me. I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the headache. Your reward, as promised. Aw, wondering if you'll ever see me again? Precious. I'll remain in the garden a little while longer, but it would be best if we limited contact with one another. No offense. But who knows? The plan mystifies even the greatest.
Is that what it means by categorizing by propellant attributes? By the arc, plan favor your endeavors. You don't know how much you've helped me. The rest of this exam will be rockets. Stashed a few, learning tools on the balcony of Captain de...
When that student later fails in the field due to your
Absolutely. Oh, thank you. Okay. Switch on Only security personnel are permitted and lift access is currently restricted. Keep moving. At this time, residents of Laplace's garden are not permitted beyond this point.
I've got your numeral. Keep moving.
Agent, over here. Ah, there you are. I was informed by Gertie you've agreed to help us reconvene negotiations. With your aid, Auntie's choice and the Order will soon be... Just think of all we can accomplish if our two sides reject fractiousness and combine our efforts. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides. Engender trust. Gertie and I will let you know when it's time to move forward. In the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and...
The answer is rooted in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are no green stars.
The Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning is currently off limits to non-essential Order personnel.
You. I don't know who you are. But if you thought it wise, I have not the slightest theory as to how you bypassed our guards. But if it was through violence, be assured, it will be returned exponentially.
Exactly. Though, to be honest, I was thinking of filleting you, but
I shall be the judge of her There is a cultist-centric issue the Order needs resolved. I suspect you are capable of doing such. If you are not, I cannot...
If these cultists are suffering the same affliction of being traitorous curs as the others seem to be, then I look forward to killing them.
My task is this. A myriad of cultists have taken over the settlement of Newton, which is a nearby site of historical but not strategic significance. I want them gone. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you...
As much as I'd welcome the bloodshed, it may be wise for me to avoid members of the Dawn until I get their treachery sorted.
I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete.
Hello, stranger. Mercenary. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Any undue rage you note in my tone is not at all related to the recent coup in my beloved protectorate. I do so dearly love residing in a nest of traitors, waiting for them to capitulate, unable to aid my fellows at home. It is truly a wonderful feeling. The console is the worst traitor of all! In short, no. No, the Order must capitulate to the Sovereign. Only all this is beyond my purview, I remind myself. I must remain focused on the Order. I am not just anyone. The duty of a liaison is of the utmost importance. Though I suppose it a mite strange that this task fell to me, as I'd urge the vehement tanning of any wayward body, which would now include the Protectorate at large. Madness, slandering my beloved sovereign, following that feckless consul, makes my blood boil. We'll see this through yet. I've proudly served the Protectorate my whole life. Now look at it. Traitors from without, traitors from within. That consul. I never trusted that miserable bastard. But my hands quaver with age, and the Sovereign has tasked me with my own duty. I must see it to Listen, you. The Protectorate does not do... Niceties are irrelevant, and likely detrimental to the task at hand. Hate is an inaccurate phrase. I find them arrogant. I am here because the Sovereign has tasked me with bringing these wayward, pretentious Unfortunately, my time here has taught me that only mass death has the power to change the local hearts and minds. Perhaps enough will be alive to say it.
No admittance without the Artificer Laureate's permission.
Personalized order prediction yet. I'll admit to a bit of trepidation in regards to opening mine. This is the first one I've received since deployment.
Honestly, the ones you get in the field are lifesavers. I would have been dead 3 times over without mine.
That does set my mind at ease. Now, let's... Don't consume tea this morning. Oh.
You already consumed this morning's tea, haven't you?
Yes. Use caution as you progress. There's been reports of ursopods in the area.
scale of 1 to 100, with 1 being entirely pain-free and 100 being the worst pain you can imagine.
There is far too much variability in that scale. The amount of pain I can imagine is hardly an objective measure of the maximum amount of pain I could actually feel.
Your observation is correct, which is a diagnostic in its own right. Now, if you were to indicate, using a scale of 0.4 to 12.7, how close you are to going into shock?
Sadly, that scale is entirely beyond my current comprehension, thus leading me to believe I'm already in shock, and the question itself was the actual test.
Excellent. Our diagnostic is complete, and you should feel free to resume bemoaning your agony. No lectures, please.
Do your own research.
Do you see these magnificent weapons? They have the greatest destructive potential the Protectorate can bring to bear. Tell me then, why should they not have been installed here?
Not an issue of ammunition or targeting calculation capacity. Is it because of the low ambient temperature on Cloister?
Very astute. The ambient temperature is indeed below a critical threshold at all times, yet the Protectorate ignored our warnings repeatedly.
Instances like this, are they reason for the Great Schism?
Correct. At every turn we tried to guide them with logic and reason, but they could not see past their own hubris. Thank the Architect we are no longer exposed.
Another object, just gone. Nothing should work that way. No matter how often the data is verified and sanctioned, it's difficult to believe.
I concur. I've given an internal organ or two to understand it. Excuse me, I don't think you have the authorization.
It's fine, but don't get too close. You won't survive direct contact with the rift.
Fascinating. It seems gravity doesn't apply to the rift, but it somehow may...
Salutations. We've been doing our utmost to find ways to manipulate this rift. I suppose it's too much to hope for, but would you, perchance, happen to have any practical experience? Wait. Actually, this isn't some jest. You'll have to forgive me for not taking your assertion.
All the items we put into the rift, they've been reconstituted.
But in a state far different from their original configuration. Fascinating. Lord damn it. Reverted to its previous state. Is it a failing of the device or the inevitable affect the passage of time. Architect above. That was incredible. From observing how the device operates and how the rift reacted to it, it seems to be using some kind of energy burst generated by a magnetic field to re-deregulate the structure of the field around the rift. Truly an astounding piece of... That's quite ingenious. The rifts are unlike any other phenomena. Would you consider allowing me the opportunity to open the casing and examine the inner working? Thank you for the demonstration. It was most enlightening. It seems rifts do not fit cleanly into our current...
Captain. I fear I have a confession to make.
And now, constructually compelling yet categorically veracious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and...
I have found being present on Cloister underwhelming.
Really? What part about the situation is underwhelming? The corporate invaders killing our scientists en masse? The Protectorate subjects raising our research? I sincerely hope.
Whimsical computation 37A. Be like the Minus operator and make a difference today. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
I don't know you, but you, I do. It's good to see you, Asa. It's me, Severin. You know, I've never been to Cloister before.
What is wrong with you? Boy, damn it! Did they mentally refresh you?
No, let's just say I'm well lubricated. You tried the new Prestige gin? It helps when you have to do something you really don't want to do. Yes, there are a bunch of sentinels in hiding.
Not before I mentally refresh your brain pan with my knife.
Maybe I didn't want to do this. I guess I shouldn't have questioned the kill order so loudly. It was real. She summoned me, knew of the message I'd sent, said I'd ruined everything. To save myself, save the Dawn? I'm sorry, Asa.
Absolutely not. We don't need his help. We should just kill him and get on with the Sentinel killing. If we die, at least I'll be taking a great many of them with us. Did you not hear me? I said he dies!
No. Sentinels! Target confirmed! Help! Sentinels! The target is here!
Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
I will restore my life or avenge my death!
You've suffered extensive damage, Commander. That would stand. Please try to limit further damage, Commander. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. I'll handle this. Vitals are in the red, Commander.
I can't believe believe the Exalted Leader sent Severin as bait. Not to mention betraying the Dawn to save her own life. What a coward. The unspeakable things well, once I find her. The Exalted... No, I won't refer to her as such any longer. Dagmar continually moved around for safety. We do know that she was in league with the Sentinels, though. There's nothing of it but to get ourselves inside their headquarters on Praetor. We'll track her by accessing their comm system.
We don't need to worry about their systems. My parents were vigilant. I stole their access codes when I was younger, but never had the nerve or call to use them. Once we do, they'll become unusable, as they'll set off all sorts of alarms.
Welcome to Zeranium and you. A brief accounting of this crucial material. Though minute amounts were first discovered in the Beta Draconis system, Zeranium wasn't found in significant quantities until the terraforming of Cloister and Eden. Since it's become the principal power source for all recognized inhabitants of the system. But it's not without its dangers, and lower risk. Efficient utilization took time. Zeranium in its liquid state is volatile and explosive. In its gaseous form, it is toxiferous to organic material. But in its crystal state, it's practically putty in our hands. Not fully safe, of course. You wouldn't sprinkle Zeranium crystals on your nutrient bars, but they won't kill you on immediate contact. Certainly more harvestable in our Zeranium manufactory. Imagine years of jeopardous methodological experiments with extraction, refinement, and processing, from the harvesting of liquid Zeranium to grinding up crystals for higher yields. Now, Zeranium powers everything from laboratories and outposts to craft and weaponry, comparatively safely, and at a greater input-to-output ratio than any other known form of fuel. That is all for now. Until next time, keep hail and mind your calculations. Unlike parallel lines, I hope someday we'll meet.
Continuing as predetermined. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
How did you slip inside it?
Your shift on the front line is about to start. Bit very much.
Validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for violations. An unfortunate event has transpired. A massive explosion at Alexandra Monastery in Matriarch's Mercy has sent rocky debris raining down upon inhabited areas below. Yet, on a favorable note, this event has positively validated Seer Wiley's exclusion zone predictions. The aforesaid debris landed in the forewarned areas with an 89.3% accuracy. Additionally, through the efforts of Administrator Garwal, no persons were displaced or housed in these locations at the time.
In closing, a potentially incongruent word of advice. Invariably find a way to turn your negatives into positives.
And now, additional data and/or music determine the
ratcheting up my aggression.
become allergic to water this year.
Detected. Vital critical. No determined statistic, Commander.
And consider self-preservation a priority. Torpificator at ready status.
These locations at the time.
That is all for now. Until next time, keep hail and mind your calculations. Unlike parallel lines, I hope someday we won't.
And now, additional data and/or music. This
weapon prime!
For a new song.
Chrono spectrum
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Otis guards applied. No hesitation. Beige. His answer was the expected one. But I can already hear the obtuse listener bleating, with their faces contorted into a rictus of ignorance. Wouldn't the average color be black or white, or simply a shade of gray? No. The answer is included in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are
Fireton. What a massacre. We missed it.
Thermal divarication emission. The typical piece of non-heated matter absorbs most electromagnetic radiation that falls upon it, including light, infrared, and radio emissions. And the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible part of that reflection is its color. However, most stellar objects generate formal radiation that they absorb, so they can be modeled as an idealized object, which is assumed to absorb 100% of all electromagnetic radiation and re-emit some based on its temperature and composition. Stellar composition determines what packets of light will be emitted, while stellar temperature determines the frequency of light and hence what portion of the spectrum is in. Low temperature emission is infrared and visible to us without proper instrumentation, which I need not describe here. As the stellar body's temperature increases, its emitted light shifts up into visible light, through red into orange, then yellow, then white. Even rare blue stars exist. These are the hottest stars. They're mostly blue and invisible ultraviolet light. So why are there no green stars, you wonder? I think they can easily draw the conclusion themselves. But if I must. It's because any star emitting green light also emits bluish and or reddish light too, resulting in a non-green star. There is no naturally occurring stellar composition that emits solely packets of green light. In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference, and no such evidence of any kind has ever been detected. Let's get back to Newton Otis Guard, the famous stellar cartographer. The methodology of the Otis Guard's chromospectral survey was straightforward. He partitioned his astronomical field of view into grids, then tagged each object in every grid. He ignored empty regions, as black would only dim the color and not change its fundamental hue. The light from every galaxy, star, nebula, and quasar was gathered and fed into a central tabulator for computation. Subsequent electral analysis is the final answer to within 0.5% of the predicted value. And that result was beige. More specifically, in the cylindrical coordinate model of color space, the hue is 42 degrees, while the saturation is a mere 9%, and the value is a full 100%. In more novice terms, while the color tends towards white, the addition of a variety of reds and some blues results in a more beige tone. And there you have it.
You don't always have to go right for dismemberment, Asa. Consider a more subtle approach. You know, death by 1,000 cuts.
Only 1,000 cuts? I once cut down a skeptic with 1,100 cuts. At least that's when I stopped counting.
The fact that you counted does not...
Voice analyzed and phrenologically printed. Non-subject should prepare to be shot, stabbed, blown up, eviscerated, or otherwise executed in accordance with
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia, this is Grand Plan Wireless. Stifled by unfulfilling work with no hope of advancement? Tired from fighting off your fellow workers to keep your employment? Want data-driven insight on how to excel at your life? Visit our predictory and take our short 38-minute questionnaire to determine
Let's not make the story less unsettling.
Protectorate checkpoint. All protectorate subjects should prepare to be questioned, searched, voice analyzed, and phrenologically printed. Non-subjects should prepare to be shot, stabbed, blown up, eviscerated, or otherwise executed in accordance with protected law. Warning. You are approaching a protectorate checkpoint. All protectorate... and phrenologically printed. Non-subjects should prepare to be shot, stabbed, blown up, eviscerated, or otherwise executed in accordance with protected law.
Remain.
Enemy spotted.
Come on out. I give you my word. We can resolve this like...
Fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal protectorate subject by operating at continuing inspection.
What kind of tomfoolery is this?
Inquest complete.
What? Attempting to pursue...
Oh, yeah.
Deserves a look. Forever vigilant. Somebody lost?
The console provides, the system abides.
Non-subjects should prepare to be shot, stabbed, blown up, eviscerated, or otherwise executed in accordance with... Warning. You are approaching a Protectorate checkpoint. All Protectorate subjects should prepare to be questioned, searched, voice analyzed...
It's clear. Go, go, go!
Try not to deviate from the norm.
Thank the architect you're back. Hey, you're the one that rescued my scouts, right? Please, allow me to reward you for your efforts. You have my gratitude for saving them. Please, take this.
Seems rather extreme. Are you sure you can't simply unbolt it?
As I already stated, the weather has iced over the bolts. They require the application of concussive force before they can be manipulated.
My poor terminal does not deserve such abuse.
If it weren't for your lead fingers, I would not need to repair the input panel to begin with. Now stand back and let me get on with it. The sooner I finish, the sooner...
Do I hear hammering from the...
Don't question it. Just be glad I brought a blowtorch.
Either restore my life or avenge my death!
Combatants, you've suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Improving position. Sir, console. Replenishing my firearm.
Thank you, dear. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
For better cover.
I have a fix on their weakness. Try to limit further damage, Commander.
Pushing ahead!
Medic, breathe!
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Wrist weapon prop!
Each part supports the system.
Still need a unfriendly company. Either restore my life or avenge my death!
I understand this spot has strategic significance for the defense of the Archive, but it is horrifyingly banal. I mean, I've been stationed in some backwater burgs in the past. Seriously? Do these Order eggheads do anything for fun around here? It's all map charts and chalkboards, and how many Abakai does one outpost need? Hope they never retake this place, because I'm throwing all of it away.
Huh?
Protectorate has this sealed. It can only be unsealed near the Archive's entrance, remember?
Rift has destroyed the bridge to the Archive.
Mobilizing. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Vitals are in the red, Commander. Don't become a statistic, Commander. Whenever I had to eliminate someone as head intercessor, I always enjoyed the challenge of making it look like an accident.
Oh, what fun! What sort of accidents?
Oh, the typical casual causalities of casualties. Choking on a fab witch, drowning in the bathtub, falling down stairs, faulty life support systems, tripping into an incinerator.
Oh, those I've killed all die from accidents, too. Drowning in their own blood, falling on my dagger, their heads fall off, they explode.
That's the right idea, dear. But you need to work on the execution.
Work on my executions. Got it. Thanks for the lesson.